Hi, I'm Ronnie Rock. Welcome to Lights, Camera, Action, Episode 2. You know, if there's ever anything you would like to learn about on Lights, Camera, Action, feel free to send me an email to rockproductions@cox.net, and we'll be happy to get it on the show for you. Now, the first thing I'd like to talk about is Johnny Chung Lee's Steadicam and how to mount it. In Episode 1, we talked about Johnny Chung Lee's Steadicam, so you can go back to that episode and check it out if you haven't seen it. So now let's go ahead and look at our Steadicam. To mount it, some people would like to try and mount it by turning the camera onto the boat. I've noticed that this way it's really hard, especially when you have a heavy camera, because the camera wants to tilt either down or up. I found a more quicker way to mount the Steadicam by actually turning the Steadicam itself instead of your camcorder. In other words, screw your Steadicam while you hold your camcorder up under flush, like so.
Huh? Oh, I bet you're wondering what's in the box, right? It's the poor man's box. Let's have a look, shall we? What do you know? It's poor man's reflector.
Using one of these poor man reflectors will really help your production greatly. The way that we use these reflectors is we actually reflect the sunlight onto our reflector and we point that at our subject. So you would have to be in this position as shown on the diagram. This will help light your subject and you won't have any bulky lights to tend to. All you have is one simple little reflector. But keep in mind that the poor man's reflector won't emit light as good as a professional reflector that costs around $200 to $100. So now if you want to learn how to build a reflector, I'm going to show you the materials you need and how to do it. So let's go ahead and check it out. You know, some people just don't know the difference between full screen and widescreen. They go out and buy a DVD and say, well, I like the full screen better because it covers the whole screen. But what they really don't know is that a widescreen format gives a lot more real estate and a lot more image to look at. As you can see, I have two videos here. One on the left, which is the 4:3 ratio, and that's full screen, and the one on the right is a 16:9 ratio, which is widescreen. Let's zoom in on that. So now you can see that the widescreen does produce a lot more real estate on each side, as you can see from the difference between full screen and widescreen on the edges. Now, note that the widescreen does crop the top and the bottom, but you get a lot of better panorama in the widescreen format. So this is why most professional videographers choose the widescreen format when filming. So I hope this sheds a little bit of light the difference between full screen and widescreen, and we'll go over this more in future episodes in a little bit more detail. Being a professional videographer is not all fun and games. It takes practice, practice, practice. You have to practice your camera angles and master that camera from top to bottom. And, excuse me. Hello. Who's this? The Canadian stud muffin. No, I won't teach you all my video techniques. Well, maybe just some of them. So remember, if you want to learn more video tips and tricks, Stay tuned for episode 3 where we'll be learning a lot more. See you soon!